Tom, Steve, hard fought contest in the end, but perhaps the right team won.
Yeah, I think first half performance probably wasn't quite up to scratch, but I think when we had a chat with them about getting the ball down and playing a little bit more in the second half, and I think for the first sort of 15-20 minutes we did it really well, and obviously the result with a bit of combination play in the corner, brilliant cross and midfield run from Joel Carter, who I thought probably came on and changed the game, and it paid off. I just think we need to try and sustain maybe playing a little bit more on the deck as if we can for longer periods now.
And Steve, Tom just touched on the half-time team talk. 3 subs are made at half-time. They seem to make a big difference.
Yeah, I think because we had a bit more patience behind to get in behind and make them turn. I think, as Tom said, we need to put our foot on the ball a bit more and make us play a bit more. But I think Joel Carter came on and sort of done that for us, added a bit of quality in midfield to go and do that. Great goal. Nat in behind, a bit like a gazelle when he runs, just gets in behind and makes sure he gets in behind the back three and gives them a bit of havoc, and especially in areas where we need to punish them, especially when they went to a 3. So I think it definitely worked second half, but again we made it a little bit difficult, but we stood up to that. So I think we deserve the 1-0 at least.
Elliot made a couple of good saves, and defensively we were put under a little bit of pressure in the second half. They seemed to work out that by putting ball over the top, they had a lad up front that seemed to be quite quick. Probably the same as what we were doing with Nat, really. But do you think we coped with that quite well?
Yeah, I think we coped with it okay. I think when Reece had to come off at half time, Reece Kelly, I think that did make a little bit of a difference, because obviously he's extremely quick, but I think credit to Spence and Forbo as well, they covered around really quickly, because the number 10 was quick, he is nippy, so I think it did cause us a few problems, but yeah, I think we did deal with it okay, but I think sometimes as well you do have to say, if you've got a good player, then it's almost fair enough, and he did get in a few times. But yeah, overall, I think they dealt with it fine.
Okay, gents. Well, looking forward to Saturday. Difficult game, higher opposition of Church away in the FA Cup second qualifying round. Have you had a chance to have a look at them, or have you had somebody look at them already?
I think we will have had somebody have a look at them, potentially even tonight, maybe. In fact, with the games being cancelled, we might not. I just realised, obviously, it being last weekend, the games are getting called off. We may not. So it might even be a case we just have to, do a bit of digging on things like YouTube and things like that. Obviously, ask about people who might have a link to the club. But me myself, I haven't actually seen a lot of them, with them being based quite a long way from us, down in Birmingham. So yeah, that's probably some homework I've got to do before Saturday, I suppose.
And one last thing, Steve, looking at one thing from tonight's game, Reece Kelly did go off. Was that an injury or was that tactical?
It was more of precaution. He did come to us just after half-time just to make sure he was right to play on, but it was more of precaution. Obviously, Reece, quality player, but we didn't want to risk what injury he had, but I think he'll be all right for Saturday.
Okay, gents, Tom, Steve, thank you very much, and we'll see you Saturday.